What are we doing, Seth?
Another mass shooting again, this time in the US, at Tennessee, where we hear is a 28-year-old, I think, a transgender lady that went into school and started shooting. You can see the footage right there. It's just very, very disappointing indeed, hearing another shooting again in this country. And everybody seems to be looking at the wrong places. First of all, in the news, they're saying they are looking for a motive. I don't get it. How are you going to get that? The person has been shot. It's gone now. And how do you really know the motive of someone? And this is just my personal opinion. What are you going to gain from it? All right? People just act crazy these days. That should not be the real reason, or if you're really going to make any investigation at all. I mean, the motive. Okay, but it shouldn't be so much like you must find why before you do that thing. I think the main issue here is a lot of reasons. Let's start from the home. I'm sure you guys listen. So tired of hearing. It just makes the environment, creepy, shaky, inconsistent in terms of safety of human beings. Man, this child, or this 28-year-old, apparently had lots of guns at home, and the parents didn't know, I think. And for some reason, she decided to go and shoot kids at school, at their school. I don't understand. Okay, way back, I think I've mentioned this before, when somebody is tired of life, basically, they go to a 9-story building or, they commit suicide in some ways. But now they're involving innocent people. I don't get it. What are we doing, Seth? I really don't get how person could just go in school and just shoot people. Or you go to a club, just shoot people. And then sometimes they shoot each other themselves. If you know you're tired of life, I'm sorry to say, but if you know that you have issues, we all do, and it's getting out of hand, talk to someone. Go to a rehab if you have to. And if you think those are not working, talk to God. Do something that will make life better and give you hope. If anything at all, God will, right? Why do we have to, somebody that is frustrated about one thing or the other, and you end up killing people that don't even have anything to do with it? I don't get it. If life tires you, kill yourself now. Why do you go about just killing people that have nothing to do with you? Even if you have issues, in this case, maybe she had 1 or 2 issues in the school or something. And again, she's a very good artist. Now it's wasted. You see? So I know people have issues. This life, you're not living in paradise, of course. So there'll be issues with things, people, and places. But you ending up killing people that have nothing to do with it. They have issues too, though. I was telling a friend the other day when he was confiding in me about what he's going through in his life and everything. I said, you need to thank God because you've not heard another person's story. There's this adage that they say, you are complaining that you don't have shoes to wear. Have you heard the complaint of someone that does not have a leg? So there's always a situation where your story is actually better. It's actually a testimony. So there's no point going out there because you have, an issue with someone or with your career or whatever, and you end up killing innocent people. At times, some of these people that go on mass shooting don't want to die. They kill people and run away. What does that mean? I don't get it. This thing is just is almost, if not a norm now. Somebody just decide because he or she has access to a weapon or a gun, for the amendment. Okay, that's fine. Then because of that, you would just want to use it. Okay, why do you have to use it on somebody at all if you don't need to? This is just it's becoming a norm, people. And now the parent don't even know she has so much guns. She used one of them, and a weapon that, is still very controversial out there, whether it should be banned or not. What are we doing, Seth? Now, this is why we need to imbibe hope in our children as they are growing up. Because sometimes these children come out from homes, that are not stable, homes that don't really care about the foundation and values of life. how they impact it on their children. And it starts from there, where you see parents just making the children have their way. I mean, a child growing up says he feels like he wants to be a woman, and the parents just say, okay, go ahead. Or he wants to be a man, okay, go ahead. Without telling them the repercussions and why they should just love themselves for who they are. Because that is where it starts. The foundation is where this thing starts. You grow up having a mindset of you can do whatever or be whatever you want to be. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to know where to draw the line in life. So when your brain is going crazy to identify who you really are, sometimes it leads to something very drastic like this. So it's not making sense anymore, and you go out hurting yourself, hurting people in the process as well. And in this case, went to a school, just killed people, and she got herself killed. So is it, okay, it's a he, right? Okay, fine. I mean, what are we doing, Seth? And now the authorities too. I mean, you understand all of that. They're talking about whether guns should be available. I don't have a problem with guns, people having guns, but what do you do with it? That's the issue. What kind of guns should people be having as citizens, not as military people? I mean, I think that's the issue. How do you limit access to a large extent to people? There has to be a way, because it's good enough for you to have the liberty to have guns, but it's better to, at what point you shouldn't, at what point should be watched, at what point should people not have a certain kind of guns. Maybe there should be an update in records of people. There should be a time where you need to have a review of every individual that wants to have a gun or is having a gun. I mean, there should be something that can be done to regulate this crazy gun thing, because right now I can tell you a lot of people are going to even buy more guns, keeping more guns in their house from 18-year-old. It's just crazy because it's a mindset of its own having that kind of weapon. Sometimes the younger you are, the more intrigue you want to use it. Well, as you can see in the video, this person just went to his school and, did that unfortunate incident, and a lot of people just lost their lives. I think it's high time something has to be done, or else, hey, very, very soon it will happen again, unfortunately. What are we doing, Seth? All right, folks, let's see how we can imbibe values into our children from home. Everything starts from the home. What are we telling them? What are they seeing from their parents, from their peers? Parents still have a big role to play with their children growing up, because the values that are given to them will impact them in their lives as they grow. When they mix with society, it's almost too late to let them know anything. So now that you have them when they are very young, and you are imbibing that culture, that values, life values into their lives, hey, it should be better as you get older, not worse, in terms of responsibilities and all of that. So the earlier you catch them young and let them know what life is all about, the better. How they can be on top of every situation, even if there is, because they will encounter life situations. How would they manage it? A lot of the youths growing up these days, they don't have the management ability because they don't actually understand the values of life, and they lose control and they go into panic and do all kinds of stuff. You understand? So I think that is what should be done. A lot of lessons must start from the home immediately to change the mindset of these children growing up. Really, it's crazy. Freedom is good, but it could be very fatal, all depending on the values you put on that child. I hope as the day go by, the years go by, and as we grow, we understand better how we should manage this situation from the home. From the home, emphasized. Because a 70-year-old man, 60-year-old man, 50-year-old man might not have gone through any frustrated situation. But it all depends on how he or she grew up to that 50 and he snapped. To that 60 and he or she snapped. It's lesser to get those drastic situations when everybody starts with a good foundation, sound foundation from the home. Yes, church has a role to play. Your religion, depending, but for the most part, has a role to play in your life. But the values, regardless of whatever religion you teach or you are in, the values of life cuts across all religion. So we should imbibe it to be kind, to be nice, to be understanding, to think logically of situations and put the other person first before your own selfish needs. Because humans are naturally selfish. So the better you put somebody else's first in any situation before you, it makes you a little bit humble and think a bit deeper and better in making wise decisions. These are the values that we need to put in our children, friends, family, into them. The younger you start, the better. Trust me, it works. It does work. And not just free for all. Freedom, yeah, just like that. There's a price to pay for it, depending on the values that you have in your system. Let's know what we are doing so that wasting of life like this should be history. God help us. Always remember, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. We'll talk again, folks. Bye-bye.
What are we doing, Seth?